Now, I want to just quickly change topic and talk about some of the use cases you're mentioning, and it's something that we cover closely at TFR as well, and it's personally interest to me as well, which is 5G. I would understand from your perspective, what is the role of communication service providers or CSPs in the 5G rollout? And also last year, if you remember, the US government, they released some spectrum CSPs so that kind of further democratize 5G rollout as well. So talk about that, and of course the role of CSPs there.
The things that you mentioned about 5G, people think about 5G as a better version of 4G, but you touched on something that I think is fundamentally different, which is called private 5G, which is, think about it as a better version of Wi-Fi. And second, it's something that is called network slicing, which means that instead of having one network that is shared between everyone, you could attach or adjust the network to fit specific users. The relevant to Cloudify is that it, at the end of the day, leads to a highly complex and dynamic type of network that, unlike any other distributed system, requires a lot of that automation that previously was done kind of half manual, semi-manual, and things of that line. With 5G, CSPs are now forced to do two major things that are very different to their nature, if you like. One of them is have everything fully automated and kind of forget about a lot of those manual work. And second, also collaborate with public cloud to support those private 5G, because they also need to collaborate, not just for getting the scale in the infrastructure, but also to allow them to get the mind share of developers into that. And that's kind of changed a lot of the dynamics. And in my view, the change is really similar or analogous to the change that we've seen between Netflix and Blockbuster. If you recall the analogy, Netflix realized that the change that is happening into the media company, the media vertical, is so dramatic, so they kind of moved public cloud and they adopted a lot of the DevOps practices quite aggressively, where Blockbuster were kind of left behind, and we all know where each one of them ends. So I think that the role of CSPs is kind of getting to a very similar type of point, intersection point, to the one of Netflix and Blockbuster in that regard.